What if you know much more than you think you do? Today's video is about not being impulsive, but listening to impulse. Which kind of might sound the same thing. Bro, I don't know about you, but being really impulsive, like sloppy kind of, has got me into some fun adventures and a lot of trouble back in the day. Peptide reminders going off. And I think back to those times and it generally didn't go well just being impulsive. But then there's listening to impulse. Said differently, something in you already knows. Even if it doesn't make sense, I signed up for a detox recently. I'm flying to the Midwest where I'm from to pick it up. I'm picking up like 25 or 30 pounds worth of supplements. I spent a lot of money, the most I'd ever spent on a detox or anything like it. There was an impulse in me that I knew I needed to do this specific detox with this specific dude. Done lots of detoxes. I help other people with detox, but this one was like another level. And I remember a lot of things were pointing me to it. I got on the, the sales call, the discovery call. Everything in me was like, sign up right now. Like, this is it. Wasn't one of those things where the price goes up 20% the next day and nothing like that. But it was hard for me not to spend the money. I wasn't planning on telling this story, but here we go. To not spend the money right then. So I didn't want to be impulsive, right? I waited what I said it was going to be a day or two. I think it ended up being a week. I had to move some funds because it was actually that expensive. I found out I had a limit on my debit card that I hadn't hit in a while because I'd usually use credit and just wanted to pay for cash. And to me, that was a very, very bizarrely clear impulse. But also, I don't know about you, I've been, like I said, impulsive. Just like, hey, I feel it, I'm gonna sign up. And there's that old saying, when emotion goes high, intellect goes low. This is a much better camera angle. First I'm at the airport doing this. So we can get emotional. And what I've realized with myself, with guys I work with, friends, clients, that if we identify as a more anxious guy, we can think something is excitement and it's actually anxiety with a trauma bond or the potential of love, or the chaos in my nervous system mirrors the same chaos I felt at 7 years old or whatever it is. So listening to impulses is really necessary. Being impulsive can screw you up. And if you're stepping into assuming you are, whether you're that yet, a dad to be or already a dad, getting married, we can't be impulsive, or, well, you can. It just comes with very different consequences. So what are the consequences? I just ate 8 ounces of gummy bears. Am I recommending that as a biohacking strategy? No. I'm using, these I barely use though. Generally if I go to the gym and lift, or when I go to the gym and lift, it's a game changer. But I use them recreationally because I don't want to live, I've done the like living in a box kind of a thing. But I ate these gummy bears. I have not had Sour Patch watermelon gummy bears in, I would say probably at least 2 years, maybe longer. I was actually talking to someone from the detox, so like, maybe you need to have those, but don't tell them you had those. I start the detox in, a week or 2? For me, it was listening to an impulse of eat those fucking gummy bears. And it was being impulsive. But here's what's great. A lot of times in life as guys, we think things should be kind of a straight line. Like, oh, you should just have this knowing, and the next girl you go on a date with, and then that's gonna be your wife, and you're gonna raise this family, and yada, yada, yada. God, source, the universe, life, it doesn't work that linear. On the surface, it would be nice if it was, right? Like, I did A and the result was B and it was a straight line, but life doesn't work that way. I ate these gummy bears tonight, and maybe I'm gonna feel great. I have had that happen where I've eaten not 8 ounces, and I had like 6 ounces of vaca frita, like go with that in English, beef and onions. But we don't know why things are going to go the way they're going to go. Maybe the next date you go on is someone you totally shouldn't be within a relationship. But you needed to go on a date with her or 3 dates with her to learn something that's super essential to you knowing what you need to say yes to and what you need to say no to in finding your wife. It's so key to listen to these impulses. And as a guy, on the surface, it's actually harder. Because if it doesn't make sense to our rational mind, we can just get in our head and go, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Today was a weird day. I walked out of the airport in Miami, and this like Denzel dude comes up to me. He was like kind of looking at me, and I'm noticing he just seemed to kind of it was kind of a vibe about him. I was like annoyed and then curious and excited at the same time. So he asked me what I'm doing. I'm giving him like one-word answers. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just surprised this guy grabbed me. Makes me go on like a secret hall. That makes me go on this other thing. Then I kind of leave the airport and come back around. And I'm like, man, none of this shit has ever happened. And then after everything's normal again, I'm standing in front of the, the X-ray machine. I used to decline that a lot, right? You can read different things about mitochondria function, potentially fertility issues. The truth is, I don't know, or I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me as people that make those machines or the government suppresses that information anyways. But today, for the first time in a couple of years, I was like, I'm not going through that machine. I want to have kids in the next 5 years. I don't know what that machine does. And also, I just don't like the idea of people at the airport telling me some shit I can't go through that machine. So it could be half stubbornness is fair, but something, I had an impulse to do it, and I was not in an impulsive time frame of mood, so I could chill the fuck out and just slowly go through, which if you ask to get opt-out, I'm convinced they take as much time as they possibly can and make it that much more annoying and inconvenient. It is your right to ask, but they want to make it so you don't ask again, or eventually you give up and you submit, which I don't know about you, I won't. So going through, and I'm having such a good time. I'm not joking at all. The guy's like, do you have any sensitive areas? I go, a couple. He's like, what are they? I'm like, I think you know. Like there's mainly the front one, I guess the back one too. Things leave through that direction. This guy is not having any fun. I don't think they're supposed to at TSA, but I hope he has some gummy bears. Maybe not a big weed person, but maybe it would support him to have a little. I don't know. And I sent my friend some messages. I created some new content ideas. I'm just walking around laughing my ass off. I bought gummy bears. Now, some of you might say, whatever this story feels telling is like retarded. It might seem that way. My point is, things aren't a straight line. To have the life you want, to have the body you want, there is a cause and effect relationship, but it's not a straight line. And as guys, one of the biggest things we can do for ourselves is to disconnect from this. This is a tool. I drive a Toyota 4Runner. I sold it yesterday, actually. I don't think I'm my Toyota 4Runner, right? As guys, we think we are our thoughts more than women. Women are forced into the present moment with their hormone cycle. It changes how they feel, whether they like it or not. You can try to take drugs or cover it up, but it's going to impact them. For guys, for us to connect with God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, we need to see this as a tool and connect with the essence of who we are, which is our heart. Our feelings are not our heart. That's a different guidance system. Very important to understand. When we listen to what we feel in our heart, which is generally quiet, or maybe kind of like tugging on a string, things start working out. And it often makes no fucking sense. Things just start working out, bro. You might think I'm some crazy dude in the airport talking about gummy bears and intuition. That's half true. God, the universe, your soul, your higher self is showing you stuff, is trying to guide you. If our mind doesn't get in the way and our bad diet, sorry, my English isn't very good today. Gummy bears aside, tonight, those don't help, but when we're keeping the vessel clean, the vessel pure, our mind, our body, our spirit, our heart just talks. Start to notice the difference between what am I being called to, what is this energetic impulse, this feeling, this knowing, and what's just being impulsive or anxious or excited. Oh my God, I've had 3 dates. I'm in love. Maybe, but chill out a little, homie. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Back in America.